From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, June the 26th, 2018. Prince William, the Duke of Cambridge, began his first full day in Israel today with what he called a profoundly moving visit to Yad Vashem, Israel's memorial to the Holocaust in Jerusalem, accompanied by Chief Rabbi of Britain, Ephraim Mirvis. The prince laid a memorial wreath at the museum and met with Holocaust survivors. He wrote in the Yad Vashem guest book, "We all have a responsibility to remember and to teach future generations about the horrors of the past so that they can never reoccur." Also writing that the actions of those few who took great risks to help others are a reminder of the human capacity for love and hope. He wrote, "I am honored that my own great-grandmother is one of these righteous among the nations." In 1994, Yad Vashem posthumously recognized Princess Alice with that honor for hiding and saving 3 members of the Cohen family in her palace in Athens during the Nazi occupation of Greece. From Yad Vashem, Prince William was welcomed to the Prime Minister's residence by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his wife Sara.
Great historic visit. The whole people of Israel are excited.
And later met there with the descendants of the Cohen family. He then met with Israel's President Reuven.
You are the first one not to come only as a prince, but also as a pilgrim to the Holy Land, to Jerusalem. And we welcome you from the bottom of our heart.
I, like you, look forward to understanding lots about the region and about hoping that peace in the area can be achieved.
Rivlin asked the prince to convey a message of peace to Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas when the two meet in Ramallah tomorrow.
And tell him it is about time. It is about time that we have to find together the way to build confidence.
The prince later attended a coexistence soccer game with Israeli Jewish and Arab children in Jaffa, organized by the Paris Center for Peace, and toured Tel Aviv, including its famous beaches, with Mayor Ron Huldai, ending the day with a gala reception at the residence of UK Ambassador to Israel David Quarry in Ramat Gan. The IDF once again today tried to prevent explosive balloons from crossing over into Israel from Gaza. An Israeli drone targeted a car and observation post that were being used by a group of Palestinians to launch the incendiary devices. No injuries were reported. And Israeli firefighters today were once again battling a number of small fires in southern Israel sparked by the devices. Israeli media reported that there is a plan in the works to help the people of Gaza while maintaining Israel's security. Israel's Channel 2 reported last night that Israeli Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman is advancing a plan that would require terror group Hamas to return the remains of IDF soldiers Hadar Golden and Oron Shaul, as well as return 2 missing Israeli citizens, Abira Mengistu and Hisham al-Sayed, being held in Gaza, in exchange for the establishment of a port to be used by Gaza in nearby Cyprus. The report said Lieberman proposed the idea to Cypriot President Nikos Anastasiadis while he was in Cyprus over the weekend. The Times of Israel reported today that Cypriot Deputy Government Spokeswoman Clelia Vasilou told reporters that there was a relevant request under consideration. French news agency AFP cited a spokesman for Lieberman's office, saying they could not provide details on the report, but did say that there are many initiatives aimed at changing the reality in the Gaza Strip. They said any idea presented to improve the humanitarian situation would be conditioned on solving the issue of the captive Israelis held in Gaza and MIAs. Well, Israel's Knesset passed legislation yesterday that would help some women outside of Israel facing a husband who refuses to grant them a get, a Jewish writ of divorce. The law relates to non-Israeli couples under certain conditions and allows rabbinical courts in Israel to impose sanctions on the husband if he enters Israel, like jail time and preventing him from leaving the country. Under Jewish law, a marriage cannot be dissolved unless the husband agrees to a get. If he refuses, he leaves the wife an aguna, or chained woman, unable to remarry. President of the Conference of European Rabbis, Rabbi Pinchas Goldschmidt, called the new legislation a huge step. He said, "It is my fervent prayer that the new law will pave the way to hope for women who seek to live their life free of the shackles of an unwanted and dysfunctional marriage." He said Israel is the only country whose rabbinical courts have the power to pressure recalcitrant husbands, and the new law will ensure that all men, regardless of their citizenship, feel the force of disgust from the global Jewish community. And for the first time, an Israeli organization is receiving the United Nations Population Award. Save a Child's Heart, or SAC, works to save the lives of children with heart disease in developing nations for free. To date, SAC has saved the lives of more than 4,700 children from 57 countries in Africa, South America, Europe, Asia, and throughout the Middle East. Half of the children treated by SAC are Palestinian from the West Bank and Gaza. The award was presented by UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres at UN headquarters in New York City today. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, June the 26th at 7 o'clock, remembering the Armenian genocide. At 8, peace activist and author Mohammed al-Samawi talks about the dangers of being a Muslim in the modern era, with American Jewish Committee board member Daniel Pincus in an AJC Westchester Fairfield event at Shari Tikva in Scarsdale, New York. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with author Talia Karner on L'chaim. At 10, authors Dara Horn and Ruby Namdar discuss the Jewish themes in their writing. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, a look at current Middle East economy from the Jerusalem Post Conference. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, June the 26th, 2018. I'm Teisha Bader.